is best
just
boy
kidding.
not a thing? Like husbandos even then is like a very, it's a thing, but it's not nearly as big as waifus, of course.
I've had like a sort of a hypothesis about this. It kind of goes with my harem hypothesis, where the reason I like Nisekoi is because I think Raku is an actual, like, he's actually likable as a harem protagonist. I think the trap that sometimes anime falls into is creating a male protagonist that you can see yourself in if you're targeting towards men. And then the female cast is often like super colorful and very varied, and you get a lot of different options. Like in Nisekoi, you have Onodera or you have Chitoge, and they're two very different people, and you have those options. And versus a lot of anime will have like the one dude, and you're like, oh, I either like him or I don't like him, and then I've run out of options.
Right. And I think we see this same character copy and pasted everywhere, especially, of course, with harems, but you see it a lot in those finishy, like, otaku genre thing, where the guy just gets plopped in, and it feels like the same guy every time, and it's really hard to like that guy, and that makes, I think, that whole
exactly
like hard to like as well.
Yeah, because I think you fall into that archetype of, this is the kind of character that our audience can relate to, and then they all start to seem very samey after a while. At least that's how I feel. I mean, like, I feel the same way about like female protagonists in like young adult fiction in the West. Yeah, they're all kind of like the Oatmeal. The comic artist, the Oatmeal, put it really well, that they are a pair of pants you can put on. They're not really a full character; they're a pair of pants, and that's very useful. I think sometimes it's nice to be able to experience a story through someone's like Bella Swan's clumsy, vaguely pale, and has reddish, blondish, brownish hair. Sounds like me. And then you can experience that story through her, and that's enjoyable. And so I think that in anime that happens with male protagonists as opposed to female protagonists.
Yeah, and I think we especially see that a lot with moe anime, is where you get the very bland boys. Like, it's like, well, can just skip over all you guys because you don't matter. Because I think, of course, like the selling point of moe is the girls. And that kind of also brings us to actual selling points is the girls, because you can sell their figures. And I think overall, I wonder what sales look like between like male figures and female figures.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot more female figures, I'm sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I do want all the Osomatsu ones.
The Nendoroid's cute.
Yeah, the Osomatsu Nendoroids are really good. Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, I just see a lot more female figures. I think the female character design, like, you can have alternate costumes, or like I said earlier with the Saber figurines, you have like Saber Bride or Saber Alter or Saber eating a burger or Saber by the beach. And it's like, well, I don't have Beach Saber yet. Yeah, I have Bride Saber, but not this Bride Saber. And with male protagonists, like suit that's black or suit that's blue. Which I don't think is always true. Like, then you have Kamino with his nice look.
No, I don't have any. I have husbandos, but it's hard to, like, I never was able to find a Rezo figure that I was happy with because they didn't make it. I can find all sorts of Lena Inverse ones and Naga ones for Slayers. But usually the demographic is assumed to be male, unless it's specifically shoujo. Then they have a lot of female characters, often in salacious. Here's your bikini outfit, and here's this outfit, and whatnot. Not always, but there's a market.
Bunny Yoko.
There's a Bunny Yoko. So, I mean, there's a market for that, and I think it's a harder merchandise sell.
Oh, yeah.
For males.
There's probably more Evil Dead Bruce Campbell figures than there are Kamino figures. All right. Like, honestly, there's somebody has a desk full of them outside.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that in Western culture, like, you go around IG and coworkers' desks, and it's full of action figures.
Like
really
Solid Snake, or Max Scoville has, like, all of the Boba Fett's in existence.
Yeah, literally every single one, but I don't see a lot of that in anime.
That's sort of what I was getting to with the anime kind of switches that, and it's like, well, we're marketing to boys, so here's all the girls. Whereas I think you think about Western culture, the shows that are marketed to young boys are often male-dominated, like Justice League or something like that, where there's like a cast of men to look up to. And I think there's merits to both. I don't think one is better than the other. I just think maybe that's the key difference there.
Yeah. And I think one of the exceptions to like what we're talking about too is the very big shonen. Like Shonen Jump, especially though.
Exemption, yeah.
Yeah, because like you'll see a bunch of like Bleach figures, and of course One Piece, like we have here.
Yeah. Like the Roronoa figure that I want to steal.
So it's interesting. Like I just wish we'd see more of those like excellent male characters. Like we're getting them; they happen. It's just I feel like they're a lot more rare once you step out of like the big, like I mean, like really big shonen shows. Like
the big three, you know.
Yeah.
Naruto, One Piece,
and Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball.
Yep.
And then
There's
I mean,
nothing
like,
wrong with that.
are there
They're
like
cool.
Fairy Tail and Hunter x Hunter
Yeah,
figures?
there's
Not too many
fairy-
Hunter x Hunter figures, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
think there is some fairy tale, but I don't see it as much as One Piece
Yeah,
and Naruto. and
definitely.
Bleach.
there's
Yeah.
Saitama Nenderig. That's all I know.
Mhm.
Yes,
I'm
so
still
excited
waiting for that.
him.
Yeah.
Oh, you too? Anyway.
I think we're all going to get a set.
Very cool.
Well, that concludes our topic this week, and thank you guys for listening to us banter about our love life with anime, and threesomes and whatnot.
There'll be
anyway.
more. We'll have more
better.
conversations.
Yeah.
better.
This is not over.
Oh, this is definitely not
this
ever.
is
It never is over.
This is just the 101. We'll get into the nitty gritty later.
Yeah, a lot of people asked us about like who our waifus and husbandos are, so
Yeah.
I figured it was about time.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys
One,
know.
That's
one day
great.
I'll settle down with a nice waifu one day.
I didn't think about this more, too.
Yeah.